Hello, everyone in TV land. Um, what I want to talk about today is like when we get pains in our bodies, and how do you get that pain to leave your body? Um, Say you just got it yesterday, or a week ago, or a month ago, and so you got a pain in your shoulder. Okay, well, what you do is you think about the pain in your shoulder. Don't, touch it and all that. Just think about the pain in your shoulder and mentally try to make it hurt worse. Mentally focus on that pain in your shoulder. Actually think about the pain in your shoulder. And then when you think about the pain in your shoulder, see if you can make it bigger, by thinking about it. And at that time, as soon as you get done thinking about the pain in your shoulder, and you might find out that it's a screaming number 10 pain, then, and at that time, just tap between your eyes, like that. Tap between your eyes, say, I release and let go. I release and let this insecurity go. I release and let these doubts go. I release and let these hurts go. I release and let this pain go. I let the pain go. I don't need the pain anymore. I'm safe to let it go now. I can let it go now. I can let the pain go. I can let the pain go now. I'm safe to let it go. I'm safe to let go of all worries. I'm safe to let go of all insecurities. I'm safe to let go of all hurt. And I'm safe to let go of all pain. Then you take your wrist, which is, you just squeeze it right here. Breathe in, hold, blow out and say peace. That's it. Then when you get done, you try to think if the pain's there again. Now, if it's not, then you did good. You did great. For most people, the pain will still be there. It'll probably have lightened up some. Okay? And what we want to do at this time is, I want to go ahead and tell you sort of what we're doing here. When you think about the pain and you focus on the pain, like in your shoulder, in your knee, or in your back, or in your neck, or anywhere like that, most of the time what we're doing in our minds is we're trying to run from it, okay? We're trying to run from this hurt. We're trying to run from the worry. We're trying to run from the pain, the anger, the fear. So what we're doing is when you focus on it, or you think about where this pain's at in your body, it's showing it that you're not afraid of it anymore. Okay? It's showing it that you're not scared of it. As long as you feed fear, more fear, then it's going to stay there. As long as you feed anger, more anger, then it's going to stay there, There's an old saying called fight fire with fire, but really, I guess that's for a time of war, when destruction, because any other time, like with your body, if you're going to fight fire with fire, I don't see where that's going to be beneficial. So anyway, you focus on the pain. Say it's in your neck. Okay, say I have pain in the back of my neck here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on that pain. I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to try to make it bigger in my mind, mentally. And when I do that, then I'm going to think of something that's like the best time of my life, okay? I'm going to break state just for a second. I'm not going to try to go straight from pain to a good time experience. So I'm just going to break state, talk for a little bit, and then I'm going to go right into a positive thought, and I'm going to hold that thought, and then I'm going to tap. And you'll see how I use this in just a minute. It's a swish at the end of the tapping that I actually said in the reconciliation process that needs to be done in order for us to get rid of this pain. A lot of people don't understand it, but you hold pain in your body through the emotions. The emotions create pain in your body. If somebody says, I'm so angry, I'm feeling like I'm on fire. Or somebody says, I'm so sad, I hurt. Somebody, and really they're telling the total honest truth, and sometimes they think it might be metaphors, but the truth is, when you have pain in your body is through tension, stresses, worries, things that are often unconscious to you, often subconsciously. You're not thinking about it. It's something you put on the back burner, something that might have happened years ago, or probably hundreds of things that's happened years ago. And now, in the now, because everybody's like, well, my problems ain't way back then. Well, yeah, I mean, you're not back then anymore. So your problem has to be now. But the problem that's now is triggered. It's triggered that like you'll see a sign, or you'll see somebody that looks like somebody that hurt you in the past. And then that'll bring on that same negative emotion that was created 20 years ago. This only had been, created thousands of times over and over and over again. So when that triggers hit, that's and often these triggers are hit unconsciously. We don't even know it's just happening. Like you'll see somebody and you just don't like them and you don't know why. Or you'll start to feel pain in your foot or your back or your leg or anywhere in your body, really, and you won't know why. Well, that's called a trigger. And it's because you saw what we call an anchor. And and these words, anchor and trigger, can be tossed backwards and forwards. A trigger, again, is something that triggers you off, that triggers off these hurt responses in your body. Anchors could actually be what you saw that triggered you. Or you can anchor things into your body, which is for another teaching. But anyway, I'm going to say, okay, think of a pain in your body. Okay. And you say, okay, well, I'm hurting my neck. You didn't say that. Okay. Now, since I've done went off with all this other stuff, and I want to change the subject just for a second so you can get a positive memory in your mind. Because positive memories can heal you. Positive memories can change a bad feeling and bring it into a positive feeling if you know how to do a swish, which is what I'm going to teach right here at the end. I'm going to try to get this done in this teaching, but I'm not going to be able to, I don't think, with this allotted amount of time. I'm going to try. Anyway, you think of the pain, but before that, you need to have a good positive memory that you have in your mind. And most people think of the time they first saw their baby. A lot of people think of when they their first love, or some people think, I like to think about my mother's face. I like to think about Jesus, and I have a lot of times in my life that I bring up that's in my mind that are positive, powerful memories. And at the end of the tapping, I'll go to that memory. So I want you to see how I do this. Okay, so I'm going to think in my mind on, say, the neck pain. Say it's neck pain. Okay, I'm going to think in my mind on the neck pain. And then, well, what is it that's bothered me today? Because anything that bothers you throughout the day is just a trigger that's probably something that's done bothered you thousands of times before in different forms, but it still comes back to the same issue. Okay? Now, what is something that's bothered you today? Okay, say, well, this guy ran out in front of me. Okay, and that really bothered me. Okay, well, when you think about that, I assure you, it will make the pain in your body go up. Okay, and then you can just start saying, you start tapping between your eyes, release and let it go. Tap inside your eye, release and let it go now. Tap underneath the eye, I'm safe to let it go. Tap at the chin, I'm safe to let it go. I'm safe to let it go. I'm safe to let it go. I can let this go now. I'm good to let this go. I can let this go now. I'm safe to let this go. And then tap at the collarbone right here, about right where the necklace line falls. I'm safe to let it go. I'm good to let it go. I'm okay to let this go now. And then you'll squeeze the wrist again. You'll squeeze the wrist like right in here. You'll squeeze it. Breathe in. Hold for a second. Blow out and say peace. And when you blow out and say peace, go ahead and just kind of close your eyes just for a minute and think about that positive memory, that time in your life that was just the greatest time in your life, and it gave you this good, positive, emotional feeling throughout your body. And as you do that, like I see my mother now, you should feel it in your body. You should feel it go through your body. Peace. And just hold that for a minute, and then, you know, again, think of something else. Don't try to go from positive negative or from negative positive. Go from positive to something in the middle, just talking off you know, the chain, and then go to the other negative, or negative to positive. Don't always go like from positive in the middle, negative, or negative in the middle, positive, like that. So just called breaking state. So I was thinking about my mother, which is a positive state. Now I'm gonna break the state, and I done broke the state because I'm talking right here on this video camera. And then I'm gonna try to think back on the pain that was in my neck. And when I do, you'll notice substantially that the pain in your neck has gone down from probably, you know, if it was at a 10, it'd drop to an 8. And this is how you start to get rid of pain in your body, through tapping and using the swish at the end. Again, I'll say, okay, now focus on the pain, because a lot of times people can't think of a picture, you know, and they can't think of a picture to put for the pain. So I'll say, okay, focus on the pain in your neck. And when they do start focusing on the pain in the neck, then you start tapping. When you're tapping and you're saying, I release and let it go, your subconscious mind knows that you're saying, I'm releasing and letting these negative emotions go, these hurt emotions, these insecurities, and so forth. The tapping has actually been proven by science to, you got these meridian lines that run through your body, and when you tap them, those are doing what we call in hypnosis as a pattern interrupt, which is also breaking the state of the negative emotion. So you're doing a two-way double whammy on it, sort of say, a two-way street to knock out that negative emotion. And then when you go down and squeeze your wrist and say peace, breathe in, the breathing's doing a powerful reverse, or, you know, reprogramming of the negative emotion. Plus at the end, when you bring in the positive picture and you look at it and you feel it after you say peace, then that's creating a positive, powerful memory that's also breaking the negative emotional state, the trigger that you have subconsciously set up on inside of you. So that's pretty much the way it goes, and I will tell more about this in detail if people need to know. Just ask questions, and I'll lay them out and get them set up for you. Okay? Thank you.